Hi everybody, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. Okay, my last video was on Monday, and I said that I was all done with my September goals, except for one thing that I was crossing off my list. I lied. There was one other thing that I had not yet completed. I said that I wanted to use up all of the glow-in-the-dark yarn that I got in my trip to Joann's, so I corrected that error. I think that was Monday night. And I made a bunch of glow-in-the-dark monsters. And then when you turn the lights off, they look like this. The gray yarn does not glow as well as some of the other ones. I will note that. So then, starting out the day on Tuesday, I set myself a new challenge. I said I wanted to work on stuff for my scrap yarn bag. Get that scrap yarn bag down a bit. Well, there was one skein of a blue, purple, pink ombre that I had used to make the mermaid cat for my granddaughter's birthday, which the party is Sunday, so she still hasn't gotten it yet. So I can't tell you how much she likes it because she didn't get it yet. Her birthday was this last Sunday on the 24th. But due to scheduling, we had to wait till October 1st for her birthday. Okay, back to. There's that skein. There's a picture of it. After I had done some projects out of it, it was almost a full skein of Red Heart Super Saver ombre. So I have no idea what the color, what do you call it? Colorway. What the colorway was, because it did not have a label in my stash. So it's just a pretty blue purple. I wanted to make a gecko from it. That was the first thing on my list. So I made a gecko. Doesn't he have cool stripes? This is my no-sew gecko pattern that I developed but never published. His legs are, you chain out and then make the toes and then work your way back again, and you just make them right onto the body. So maybe one of these days I should get the pattern published. I just didn't know if there'd be interest in it. So, since I still had yarn left, I made a little mushroom guy with a purple-blue cap. And this is one of the pop mushrooms. Sound effects really help, right? Pattern is by Crochet. I will link this pattern in the description because there is a pattern for this one, for a free pattern. Still had yarn left. So let's see the next thing. Digging through my little tote bag here. Okay, I made a flip octopus. I made that ombre top, but then I made this one to go with it. Well, the problem is, can you see? The tan is a heavier weight yarn, so the tan was way too big for matching up with this one. So this one got a blue guy for the flip. And then I had to make a little pink guy for the flip of this one. So 2 flip octopus. And there was still yarn left. So I made an axolotl. This is the yarn held together with one strand of white baby yarn to give it sort of a tweedy look. And there was still yarn left. I'm having fun with this. So I had a pattern that I just printed out a little while ago for Kevin the Dino, or Dino, Dino. I like to say Dino because that's the name of the Flintstones dog. Had Dino on his name tag. They called him Dino. So, okay, Kevin the Dino. There he is. This is a cool pattern. You start out, I will link it. There's a free pattern. You start out with the legs down here. You go up to 30 stitches on the legs. So they're pretty chunky. So then when you put them together, you know, you end up with 30, 60, 64 with the chain 2 that connects them. And then you just keep going up with, like you do a decrease, and then have a few rows, a decrease, have a few rows. It isn't until you get to the very top that you do the decreases every row. Cute little head, cute little tail, cute little spikes. I like him. So, still had yarn left. I weighed the yarn. Don't fall. Talking to the flip octopus. I weighed the yarn that I had left. And I was thinking, okay, what is one of my smallest patterns? Probably my micro Octo. Yep, it's another one that I said I'm going to get published. I need to work on that. Okay, once the rush of craft shows gets over, like I've got two weeks in a row of craft shows, then I have a Saturday off, and then I have 21st, 28th, 7th, 4 weeks in a row of craft shows, and then I'm off again. So once winter kicks in and I'm done with craft shows, I will get back to publishing stuff. Okay, my micro Octo pattern uses 0.43 ounce, I think it was. I weighed my yarn. I had 0.3 ounce. 0.3 of an ounce. I needed 4.5 tenths. So, you know how the blue spikes look so cute with Kevin the dinosaur? I made my micro Octo with the variegated and the blue spikes, and then I alternated colors for the tentacles. So once I finished this, I had just a touch over 1/10 of an ounce left. The ball is only about that big. So I'm like, okay, I win. I put that little ball of yarn into the bin that I'm collecting for my next Mr. Ugly Monster. I've been adding to the scrap ball. Like I have a scrap ball that's probably only about that big now. It needs to be about that big for a Mr. Ugly. And when I get tiny little balls of yarn, maybe 1/4 ounce or less, I toss them in there. And one of these days, I'm going to work on another Mr. Ugly. So that's it. I finished off the yarn. So now I'm just going to pick out another cake of yarn from that bin and do another. How many projects can I get out of this cake thing? There's a bright pink that's calling my name. Let's see, what were some? The others, there's a lot of dark blues and dark greens. Maybe I could combine them to make a sleepy stegosaurus. Get a couple strands of dark, like a dark blue, a dark green, and then put a strand of the white, the baby weight white in there to give it a bit of a tweedy look. It's a possibility. I will have to see how much I do have in the darker colors. But I just feel like I have a good accomplishment, that I finished off that skein of yarn. There's hope yet that I will work down my stash. Problem was, I was going to say that yarn wasn't in my stash, but at the beginning of the month it was. I pulled it out to make the mermaid. So it was in stash before. Okay. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 3 days to my next show. I'm staring at a laundry basket filled with stuff that needs to be tagged. I didn't do that over the weekend. It's just going to take a few minutes. Just a matter of getting the tags and the stuff in the same place. So maybe tonight I'll get to that, because it's on the bed. I can't go to bed until that gets moved. And rather than keep moving it from bed to floor, bed to floor, bed to floor, I need to take care of it and get it packed up. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 more projects to add to the basket. First, they get a picture so that I can enter them in my Ravelry projects and have a picture for some of the bigger things to send for Amigurumi Wars. And then I'll get them in the basket to tag. And if they don't sell at this weekend's show, then I could use that picture to add them to the Ravelry listing for similar, like I do have a Ravelry listing for geckos. So I would add that gecko to the listing with the other guys as another variation. The dinosaur, he'll probably get his own listing, so you can get different angles on him. The flip octos, I think I have a listing with variations, but I don't know what I have left for flip octos. I just have a basket of them on my table for craft shows, and when somebody buys one, I'm trying to write down what they bought. And a lot of times they buy a number of things, like little things. And it's like, okay, flip octo, this. Well, I don't enter in what color flip octo they bought. And I haven't dug through my whole inventory to find the basket with the octopus in it to check it out. So that listing, and maybe if somebody buys one on Etsy, I may have to remake it in order to send the order out, because I really don't know what I have as far as flip octos right now. I will be a little bit more organized, I hope, after Saturday's show. Here's hoping. So I will see you later. I'm going to go play with some more yarn. I'm going to pick another color and see how many things I can make. I just get a notebook out, like, okay, what projects from this notebook could I make with this yarn? Let's see. Would this look good? How about a chicken? No, that wasn't a chicken color. How about an octopus? Yes, octopus. Actually, I made 1, 2, 3 octopus. Axolotl, gecko, bear, pink bear. I think that would be cute to make a pink bear with the yarn. I want to make some more hedgehogs too. I want to make so much stuff. I need more time. Okay. I'm going to go play. Bye-bye.